Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And the content that we're going to talk about today is something that's crucial. The Bud Light executives have been fired, the ones who are responsible for the marketing fiasco we've seen over the past months. This is something that can be applied directly to the 2A, and that angle of fixing it together, that's how we do this, and that is what I'm going to show you, and that is the impetus for me doing just that. Everything will be linked into the description box below, and I can't wait to hear what you guys' thoughts on this one, if I landed the plane or if I left something to be desired. Now, of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. We are distributing freedom twice daily on this channel, and we'd love to have you along to help spread that message. The content today is brought to you by Private Internet Access. This is a platform that I use, and I think you should as well. Now, Private Internet Access is the world's most transparent VPN provider. With over 30 million downloads, they never record or store user data, and their no logs policy has been proven multiple times in court and by a third-party audit from Deloitte. Now, the way that a VPN works is you turn it on from either your mobile or your desktop, and now you can access the internet from anywhere, but you also have complete anonymity. Imagine a pipe is going from your friend's house to your house with the internet going back and forth. If it's transparent, you can see all the data that's going in that pipe, government, hackers, or corporations. If you replace that with a steel pipe with no light going through, it's completely protected, and that is what a VPN can do for your data and yourself. The VPN works with all major streaming services, so you can access more content than ever, but from anywhere before in the entire world. Signing up for Private Internet Access is risk-free. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee, and 24/7 customer support is available. Click the link in the description box below and you can get a 83% discount, which comes out to $2.03 per month, and there's 4 months completely free. It's in the description box right down there, and thank you to Private Internet Access. All right, so now let's get into what's actually occurring, because a big part of the entire Bud Light controversy is that no one was held accountable. No one was held to account for the mistakes that they made, which led to the tremendous amounts of billions of dollars that have been wasted and Bud Light brand tarnished forever. Let me show you what's going on, and there is a direct tie-in to the Second Amendment if we activate the exact same way that Bud Light drinkers did. Check this out, that's the entire point. Just in, Bud Light executives behind disastrous transgender campaign are officially fired. Now, they're gone. They are toast. That woman that you've seen a million times, she's gone. But let me show you what it actually took for them to make the decision, and then I'm going to show you some insider conversations around your power. Check this out. Bud Light has seen a greater than 30% year-to-date decrease in sales, seen its stock valuation drop 15%, lost its status as the most popular beer brand to Modelo, and placed several executives and marketers on involuntary leave. Yeah, they got canned. But listen to what actually happened in a second. Let me show you the stock just for where we are. As you can see, it's down from highs of 68 earlier this year. It's now at 56. That's a big deal, and it's only going lower. That's on the daily chart. But this is the main point. Let me show you what the insiders are saying at Anheuser-Busch and why they did it and how they had to handle this, and apply this to a company that violates the Second Amendment rights or puts out anti-gun propaganda. Check this out. In the aftermath of the company's reorganization, because they needed a reorganization after all this, Anheuser-Busch's top 2 marketing executives are no longer employed at the brand. As confirmed by an insider at Anheuser-Busch in messages acquired by the Daily Caller on Tuesday. Like I said, everything is linked in the description box. It happened yesterday. The top tier marketing executives, this is a message, they are now no longer invulnerable. They are now vulnerable. They are no longer infallible. This is incredibly important because they're vulnerable. It shows they are vulnerable, and every other executive knows that they are now vulnerable in their position. One really amazing thing about accountability is when you see something happen to somebody else, you go, oh, there's actual consequences? That could happen for me. Second Amendment, factor that in to these marketing executives. If we do boycotts, or we stop buying a brand, or we completely find an alternative for a brand that violates our Second Amendment rights, imagine the power that we could wield. That's the point. We are bigger than they want us to know we are. The brand's group vice president for marketing, Daniel Blake, and Bud Light marketing vice president, Alyssa Heinerscheid, have definitely left their positions as indicated by acquired text conversations with a present regional marketing leader. This is the part right here. This quote, this is everything. Quote, to my understanding, if we publicly announce the word fire, it opens us up to the potential for them to sue us. That's why we said leave of absence. Do you remember they were put on leave of absence and now they're fired? Because they can get fired, they can get sued if they say fire, but they put on indefinite leave of absence, which is what we said on this channel when this occurred. This is the way corporations work. They try to CYA it all the time. Anyway, let's keep going. That's why we said leave of absence. According to the source said via text message to the caller, quote, the wholesalers would have had an absolute heyday with leadership if they didn't remove her, stated the company insider. The wholesalers, not the marketing executives, not the stockholders, the wholesalers, the supply chain, the guys right in the middle who are feeling the pain and the horrible losses from these people's decisions. They would have held the company in more contempt if they did not fire these people. As it says, they would have had an absolute heyday with leadership. With leadership. This entire video is aimed at leaders no longer feel impervious to these attacks and accountability. They are now vulnerable. They would have had a heyday against leadership. That is what we're seeing. That's why this is so important. The entire time, it was all about who was going to blink first. They're blinking. According to another text message from the same source obtained by the caller, quote, wholesalers were told they are both gone for good by leadership during an in-person conversation. They already shifted all their direct reports to new people in the head of marketing. At the exact same time, they have a new marketing blitz across the board, which is dramatically failing, by the way, because Bud Light screwed the pooch. But the entire point here, it's not about Bud Light anymore. Now it's about accountability for other marketing managers and other marketing executives and other brands that decide to go too far away from their core base in order to appease a minority of the population. This is why this is important. Again, apply this to the Second Amendment. Say Dick's Sporting Goods doesn't sell ARs anymore, or say, Target decides to repeal any type of gun paraphernalia or gun shirts or anything of that nature. This is how it works, and that's what I've got for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Did I land this plane? Am I way off base, or did I hit this nail on the head? You guys let me know, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.